Hello, I'm Cherry. There was some audience feedback after they watched my media product. From their answer, I can know more clearly which part of my media product attract audience the most. I had interviewed some viewers who had watched my media product, not only the English people but also some Chinese. The first question is, are you interested in this film after watching the opening sequence?
Hi, I've been asked to look at Cherry's embroidered shoe, and what I make of the film, I was completely taken back by it. It was a good film. I enjoyed it. The preview, I should say, not the full film.
Yes, the beginning sequence does make you want to see what's going to happen next. Yes, it does draw you into the film and make you want to see the rest of the film to find out what happens.
Well, I would like to say yes, because there's a lot of things that attract me, and I'm really interested in it. I would like to know why the girl ran out of the forest and what happened next.
Yes, I thought the film opening was very interesting. You used a lot of conventions that I'd expect to see in a horror film, and there's a lot of interesting edits in there. The voiceover, I think, helped add to the narrative, so I understood that there was something about these shoes which were quite different and quite horrific, and she was going through some torment. So I think some of the slow motion shots where she's kind of just walking around is as if she's in her own world and she's maybe consumed by whatever this tormented lady is in her head because she's wearing these shoes. I think some of the sound effects were quite effective as well, and the titles were appropriate.
Right, so yes, I just watched your film, Embroidered Shoe. What I really liked about the film was the pace, the pace of the cuts. I was quite impressed with the use of sound. The sound created a kind of mysterious, kind of moody atmosphere, which led to the enigmas that were created in the opening sequence. Like, who is this woman? What is this power that these shoes have? What's going to happen to her? A lot of questions were raised, which hopefully would lead me to find out, would lead me to watch the rest of the film to find out the answers.
From this opening sequence, audience could clearly know that this is a supernatural horror film. So the expectation of me will be like, I would expect to see something like supernatural, something to do with ghost and blood, murder, mystery plot, and yeah, and romance.
I do want to see the movie again because I want to know what happens to the shoes and if they get someone else. And I think that the best part of the clip was the fact that she was happy about it, and I want to know if the rest of the movie's like that or if people fight it, because I want to know the ending.
Question 2. Which part of this opening sequence attracted you most?
The red shoes. Who is wearing the red shoes, and what is the story about? How is it connected to the red shoes?
The most impressive part in this opening sequence for me is when that girl in red dress was walking around by a water tank, and it's really impressive for me because it just provokes me a really mystery feeling, and yeah, it's like I don't know, it's something like create the perfect atmosphere for the opening sequence.
I think there was two. Can I have two?
Yes.
I think the very beginning, where there wasn't much going on, but you could hear things happening, the sound was quite frightening, I thought. But also just the general running, the continuing of the running. You saw running, and then you saw something else, then you went back to the running, and then you saw something else. That made a big impression as well.
To me, my impression, I think, obviously was the shoes, because the shoes are constantly throughout from the beginning to the end, and obviously that's make you think that's everything to do with the film is something to do with the shoes.
To be honest, I think the red shoes will attract me because I would like to know why the shoes will appear on the floor in many times. I would like to know what happened in it.
What stuck with me the most was how it seemed really cultural but twisted because of the way it ended with her death.
It intrigued me, and I think a wider film of it will give me a lot more to look forward to. The most attractive part of the film that I thought was the shoes. They made me wonder, because I didn't know what the film was about to start with, but they made me wonder what the shoes were all about. But obviously, as the film preview concluded, I was able to digest and understand that the shoes were the most important part of the film. So the part of the sequence which I really enjoyed as well was the particular performance by the young Chinese girl who played the part, and Cherry did a good job of capturing her, and the expressions that she used, it was very, very good. And I think that in a way I would be really looking forward to the whole film, to see the film in full.